All right, everybody, I'm going to show you how to use the Ironclad software. And this is the screen that you get whenever you log in. Let me log out and then log back in so you can see. Sign out, sign in. Again, here we are. Let's create a new project. Right, from here, what we can do is we can get a financials, we can get a rent or a T12. Let's get a marketing materials. Let's put in an OM. And let's put in rent roll. You can leave this blank. If it can detect it, it'll fill it out automatically. So let's create the project. So this could take a couple minutes. Um, so what we can do, what it's doing is it's using AI to parse the data from our T12, which could be either a PDF or an Excel file. It's parsing a rent roll, which again also could be a PDF or an Excel file, and then it's parsing the OM, the offering memorandum, which should be in a PDF. This could take, I estimated it about 2-3 minutes, sometimes up to 5 minutes. Also, the more documents you do, the longer it's going to take. All right, so now we have 110 T12 line items were automatically mapped. 13 unit types, and then the offering memorandum is extracted and ready for review. So you can go to each of these items to see what was pulled in, or you can accept and continue. If you accept and continue, you can always go back to look at each of these items, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how you can look at each item individually. So let's just accept and continue. All right, so let's go to the property. So the property here, but if you want to look at the OM data, it's going to be up here. You can see, all right, it pulls in the address, zip code, average unit size, number of buildings, acreage, broker, etc. So it doesn't pull in a lot of this information. This is just pulling it in from an OM. So if there's no OM information, it's not going to do it. So running a cross check, we'll just run the AI again to make sure that everything is pulled in properly. So we don't need to do that. So we can close that. All right. Here you can also go to view the T12 data or the rent roll, or if you're on the revenue and expenses tab, you can go into each individual. This is where your rent roll data is. You can come in here, this little graph here. This is your rent roll data. It looked like it corrected 2 items automatically. It goes through each unit type, and then the number for each unit, does the square footage. It does the current market rent, the market or current rents, and then the market rent, what new leases are signed at as. It also should have lease expiration information, since it did give us information on it, but this is not critical. So let's save this. Okay, and close. All right, and now for the T12 information, you can either go to the expenses or losses or other income sections. You can click this. Oh, wrong one. Click that button. That pulls up the T12. So what this does is it looks like it maps everything. So this is your gross potential rent, is your pet rent. The concessions are going to be in red. So employee units, employee unit, move-in special, referral, renewal, miscellaneous, other concession. Here, pet rent income is going to be yellow. And then expenses are going to be in the orange. And then down here at the bottom, your NOI is going to be green. So you can look at this, make sure everything looks good. So let's save this and close. All right. So, and that covers all the losses and other income. So now you can see, hey, this is what the trailing period is. Oh, if you want to look at, say, you're trailing 12-month income and you're trailing T3. So this is going to annualize the previous 3 months. You can do it that way. I know a lot of lenders want to look at the last 3 months. This also gives you a good idea of what the performance has been over the last 12 months versus 6 or 3.